वायुसेना के पोत तैनात हैं।
Minus 40 seconds.
अब हम कुछ ही सेकंड्स
Minus
में
35 seconds.
प्रज्वलन देखेंगे टीवी D1 का।
Minus 30 seconds. VSPP opened.
Real-time programs activated.
Minus 25 seconds. Minus 20 seconds. Minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hold is observed.
यथा समय प्रज्वलन किया गया था, लेकिन फिलहाल यह होल्ड पे आ चुका है। वर्तमान में यह प्रमोशन होल्ड की स्थिति पर है।
The mission has been put on hold for a few minutes. Update awaited from ISRO. Remember, it was scheduled to take place at 8 a.m.
We will come back shortly.
So after the schedule at 8 a.m., it was changed to 8:30 a.m. because of the weather conditions. Then it was changed again to 8:45. Now it's been put on hold again. We're awaiting a further update from ISRO. The scientists, of course, don't want to leave anything to chance to ensure that this is a success. The flight test vehicle abort mission is going to demonstrate the performance of the crew escape system of the Gaganyaan project, which means that the crew will be able to exit the spacecraft in case of any emergency. So this flight that will take off any moment now, this flight will be the first of two of the abort missions that will test the safety mechanisms. These safety mechanisms are going to be one of the biggest steps for the mission Gaganyaan for its success, because this is going to allow Gaganyaan crew to leave the spacecraft in case of an emergency. So to ensure the safety, the absolute safety of the crew that's going to be on board. So there is a lot of excitement in the air for this. At 8 a.m. the launch was expected to take place, and this time around the gallery is not open to viewers.
Good morning, all of you. This is from SDSC Shar. The liftoff attempt of TV-D1 could not happen today. Initially, the launch was scheduled at 8 o'clock. 8 a.m. There was a postponement of the liftoff time to 8:45 due to weather situation, and we had a very smooth ALS, the automatic launch sequence leading up to the command to lift off the engine, but the engine ignition has not happened in the nominal course. We have to find out what went wrong with that. The vehicle is safe. The entire vehicle is very safe. We will have to reach the vehicle and then look at what has happened now. We will come back soon after analyzing what has triggered the automatic launch sequence holding the vehicle. So what has happened is the onboard, the computer which is doing this function, the ground checkout computer which is doing the function, has withheld the launch in view of the anomaly observed. So we will come back with the anomaly understanding and correct it and schedule the launch very soon. That will be announced a little later after the analysis is completed. Thank you so much for joining us for this launch attempt today. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
So there you have it, the ISRO Chairman S Somanath saying that as of now the flight has been put on hold. That's because of an anomaly that has been observed by the ground checkout system, and the schedule will be rescheduled. In fact, this launch will be rescheduled after the ISRO scientists look at what went wrong to ensure that it's a complete success. Today, it was halted because of an anomaly that was observed. So the ISRO scientists, in fact, the ISRO chairman who just addressed everyone who's watching live saying that it's going to be rescheduled for a later date. When is the reschedule going to happen? ISRO scientists say that they are going to look at what really went wrong. They're going to work on it and then inform when the date has been changed to. So this was the first flight test. It was an extremely crucial test.
Prior to the launch time, ISRO has identified a technical glitch in the vehicle. We're given to understand that there is some problem with the engine ignition. The engine ignition did not happen is what we're given to understand. The preliminary information says that the engine ignition did not happen. There is a problem with the engine ignition, and because of this now the mission has been put on hold. Earlier it was told that the launch will take place at 8 a.m. in the morning sharply, but due to weather conditions and visibility reasons, it was then postponed to 8:30 a.m. and then from 8:30 a.m. it was further postponed to 8:45 a.m. Now, as we are all waiting, we were all waiting for the launch to happen at 8:45 a.m. Just a few seconds prior to the mentioned time, ISRO has identified a technical glitch in the test vehicle. We're given to understand that there is some problem with the engine ignition, and because of this the mission has now been put on hold. The next launch date and time will be announced by ISRO later is what we're given to understand. Right now the scientists are analyzing the reason behind this technical glitch. ISRO Chief Somanath will also be speaking on this very soon is what we are getting at the moment. So the scientists are right now analyzing the technical glitch, what led to the technical glitch, and how can it be rectified is something that the scientists are currently looking at. So due to technical glitch, today's flight test vehicle abort mission 1 of Gaganyaan will not take place. It has been postponed to it has been postponed indefinitely. The next launch date and time will be announced by ISRO later.
Dharini, stay with us. We have Mr. Madhavan Narayan joining us on the phone line. Thank you so much for joining us. How do you look at this announcement that has come in to ensure absolute safety? The ISRO chairman also saying that a slight anomaly has been observed. Can you explain it to us?
Well, I think the flight has not taken place. So basically the preparation for the flight was going on. Normally the ground computer has to ensure everything is normal on board before giving the lift-off command. So here the ignition command for the L40 is given, and the ground computer has found some anomaly. We don't know exactly what it is. But because of the anomaly, it has put the launch hold was not released. The launch was the rocket was held on the launch pad itself, and avoiding lift-off and therefore the damage to the system. Suppose if the rocket goes with some problem, then the mission will not be successful. So it is a wise thing to do, and now the ISRO team will have to analyze the computer data to pinpoint what exactly was the anomaly and set right that anomalous condition, and then attempt a launch next time.
Okay. So is there any reason to worry, or in some missions does it happen, and how long would it take for the scientists to ensure that it's all in place, and would this mean that there could be probably a delay in the launch as well?
Well, actually, the similar situation we have faced in the past also. Some small anomaly means it will be corrected within a few hours and then they will go. But if it is a serious problem with respect to the rocket engine or something, it has to be disassembled and reassembled for the next launch. That will take a little bit of time. I recall once PSLV launch, similar situation arose just before the lift-off. One of the engine was not building up the full thrust, and the launch sequence was aborted. Then when we found that that engine itself was defective, so we had to remove the propellant and bring the stage back to the assembly hall and replace the engine and go for the next launch. Okay. So that took almost a month's time. There's a whole rocket itself was changed at the time. Okay. Here I don't know what extent it is there. And similarly in the GSLV launch there was a leak of gas observed then finally it was located to a ground wall, and then reaching the ground wall, they were able to go to the launch next day itself. So it depends on the type of problem and the correct time taken to correct. So nothing to worry about. So I'm sure it's certainly they will be able to satellite and go with the launch soon.
All right, Mr. Madhavan Nair, thank you for joining us and explaining it to us. Thank you for your expertise on that. So it could take a while. The scientists will look at what went wrong, what was a technical glitch, and fix it, and there will be a reschedule of that. On that note, we're slipping into a very quick break here. We'll be right back.